Hey everybody, it's Catherine from Teach, Learn, Lead. I am in my office here in Boston and I wanted to share another proficiency in practice quick tip. Before I do, I can't resist. I have to share this lovely message my daughter drew for me. Okay, proficiency in practice quick tip. Here it is. This is for both teachers when you're like setting up students for a speaking activity, as well as for the teacher leaders listening who are going into a class and are observing and trying to think about ways to give feedback. So I want you to think about two things when you are either designing a student speaking activity or you're observing a classroom and you're focusing on the ways that students are speaking. And the two things are text type and mode of communication. So first, let's talk about text type. Really think about whether you see words, sentences, or paragraphs. If you only see words, that is a red flag, even in a novice level class, because if you're only giving kids the opportunity or kids only have the opportunity to produce words, this is an indication they're going to stay at novice. They will not advance even to novice high, just forget it. They need to be given the opportunity to produce intermediate level text type, intermediate level discourse, which is sentence level, strings of sentences, that type of thing, in order to advance to at least novice high. The second thing that I mentioned you should think about is mode of communication. So for speaking, are you seeing a lot of presentational speaking or interpersonal speaking? We tend to have a lot more presentational speaking activities for learners. And there's nothing wrong with presentational speaking. It's just not, it's just one mode. We also need interpersonal. So are kids being invited to engage in also interpersonal speaking where they have to spontaneously listen and respond, or just presentational where they're maybe like writing a script, they're memorizing something, and then they're, reading it. So be on the lookout for those two things. I think that'll help shift the way you're thinking about students speaking in your classroom, or can give you a lens to give some really helpful feedback to a teacher you may be supporting. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Have an awesome day.